Hello Steelers, and welcome to this week's Bench Report hobby update. It might be a bit light on quite a few things, but it's going to be very Chain of Command 2 heavy. I'm telling you that now, so if you're not interested, you may as well turn off. But we've got some Chain of Command 2 news coming up, and also just some bits and pieces that I've done for it as well. The reason I've not painted a huge amount this week is because I was away for work. So I just didn't get a chance really to get to the painting desk in an evening. However, I did in the post get from Peter Pig some Volksgrenadiers. I was waiting for those last week, and I think they arrived just after I'd recorded the video, last week's video. But they did arrive in the post. Lovely figures as always from Peter Pig, and I wanted to make a Volksgrenadier Platoon for Chain of Command 2. This is one of the new German platoon options that you can take. I think there's about 3 or 4 of them in the new rules. And this is quite a nice, interesting little aspect of the end of the war that the Germans basically threw together. You know, some of the bottom of the barrel scrapings of the men gave them automatic weapons and kind of sent them on their way. So there's a lot of firepower in these things. They're only small sections of about 8 men, including a junior leader. But they're all armed with the STG-44, so they basically get 2 firepower at close range. And on top of that, in Chain of Command 2, they also get the Storm of Steel bonus as well at close range, which means that basically doubles up their any 6s that they hit with. They get to re-roll those, and they keep re-rolling them as well, as long as they keep rolling 6s. So potentially there's quite a lot of firepower, as I say, even in these small sections. They also have an LMG section as well, which has 2 LMGs in it, similar to the Panzer Grenadiers. So there's an awful lot of firepower coming out of this relatively small platoon. The only thing is they do have a Rifle Grenadier group as well as part of the HQ. Now you can't, well, I've not been able to find them 50mm German Rifle Grenadiers. I've got some First World War German Rifle Grenadiers from Battlefront, but they're ever so slightly different. The helmets are slightly different, so I'm not really that bothered about using those. But what I've done is I've basically just used 3 kneeling figures, one of them with a rifle. It's about close enough for me, and it kind of just makes them slightly different to the other units in there as well. I might just, you know, add a rifle grenade cup on the end of the guy's rifle at some point in future, but I haven't done it yet. But I mean, that's just something for future to think about. It's very simple, basically just sticking a little tube on the end of it, really, made out of copper wire or something. I also, as well, I got as well with those Grenadiers, as I was buying some stuff from Peter Pig, I thought I'll get a few mine clearance teams as well. So some engineers, a couple of guys here with mine detectors, and a couple of the ones that have gone into the Volksgrenadier platoon are the guys clearing mines with their knives and things. So just to add a little bit of variety to the Germans that I've already got. I don't think I've got any engineers. Somebody had commented on a video before. I can't remember who it was or how long ago, or maybe on one of my posts on Facebook, saying that engineers might take a bit more of a role in Chain of Command 2. In essence, they don't really. I just wanted to get some engineers in there. They thought it was a bit of a hint as to what's happening in the rules themselves. But yes, it was just a little addition on my part, nothing more than that. So as I said, really, I've got no other news really apart from the imminent release now of Chain of Command 2, and it's certainly, I saw that Richard put up the printer's proofs that he'd had through the other day, so that means he's at this point probably just checking through those, making sure everything's in the right place, all the pictures look good, all that stuff. And you know, all I've got at the moment is this Chain of Command 2 proof version, so this is way out of date at this point. By the time this video goes out for the Patreons and the channel members, you won't have seen it yet, but there is a video coming at 5 o'clock on Friday, which will go through some of the changes in Chain of Command 2 from Chain of Command 1. Not all of them, just some of them. Those of you in the cheap seats will see that. Will have already seen that by the time this comes out on Sunday. So if you haven't seen it, go and check it out, because I tried to cover as much as I could really about, you know, some of the bigger changes, but there's quite a lot of little subtle changes within Chain of Command 2 compared to Chain of Command 1, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the actual final copy of it, because the last copy I've seen is that printed proof copy of it, which I know has been, you know, combed over by proofreaders and various other people as well, just to, you know, to tie it up and really make it look smart. And what few images I've seen of it looks really, really good. So dates for the pre-sales and things. Pre-sales are going to be starting either on Monday or Tuesday. This is coming, so that's the 5th or the 6th of May, not March, as I said before. And it depends, because I think Monday is a bank holiday here in the UK. So that might affect things a little bit, but yes, I think that's probably just because Rich has probably got to sort out the website just to make sure all the bundles and things are in there. And he's announced some of the bundles already, so you can get tokens, get jumping off markers, but you can also just buy the book itself for free on its own, not for free, but you can buy the book on its own or the PDF as well on its own. You don't need to buy those bundles. But for new players, they're great because it gives you all the stuff you need to start playing. It will also be on sale at Partisan as well. Hard copies will be on sale, and that's the 18th of May. And then also, I think it's on general release after that on the 28th of May. So if you really want to, if you are in the UK and you really want to get your copy on an early, hands on an early copy of it, then it's going to be at Partisan. Otherwise, you're just going to have to wait a couple of weeks until after that. But yeah, I'm just kind of passing on the news that has already been spread on the Chain of Command Facebook page anyway. So if there's people who are watching this who aren't on Facebook or are not aware of that, it's that's just some a few updates for you. The other thing as well, as I say, Chain of Command 2 is also featured in the 135th Wargame Soldiers and Strategy magazine, which I got just this week. This was written by Chris King. Let me just jump to it at the back here. It's a What's New in Chain of Command 2. And it's a 3-page article on a game that they played. I think Rich umpired it for them. The two guys that played it were both hardcore bolt action players, so it's kind of like nice to see a couple of tournament players playing something that's slightly different but of a similar level, and the results were very good. I'd also mention as well in Wargames 135 is Joe Bilton's Caen build of his of the cathedral at Caen, which featured on my salute video and also on Joe's table. It's on the table I was helping out with. He was playing Water Tanker there, but with this, an amazing piece of work, absolutely beautiful, detailed, fantastic stuff. As I say, to be perfectly honest, that's about as much as I've got to tell you this week. It's a very short video, simply because, as I say, I was away, but I wanted to get a video out because of Chain of Command coming out, and it's been quite an exciting time here in Steel Towers at least. I've just been reading through the rules once again. It's just nice to go back to some rules that you're relatively familiar with, and just to go through it with fresh eyes really, and just see some of the new stuff that's going to be in there. And it is very exciting, and I'm looking forward to getting my copy of it at some point soon, and whether I do a review of it or not, I don't know, because I'm going to be on holiday, I think just either after it's just been released at Partisan or just before it comes out. So I don't know if I'll be able to get a video out of a review of the actual hard copy, but the What's New in Chain of Command 2 video that I made should tell you a few things, and also hopefully get you a little bit excited about it. Right, look, I'll leave it to that. As I say, short and sweet. As always, if you want to help out the channel in a financial way, you can do through Patreon and also channel memberships. You get these videos early, as always. You can just subscribe to the channel, which also helps. It is completely free. It does no harm to anybody, and these videos will then pop up in your feed when they are on public release, which is usually on a Friday afternoon, Friday evening, UK time, and a Sunday evening for the hobby updates. And I'll leave it to that. No more hard sell for you. And I'll see you in the next Storm of Steel video.